What's going on YouTube? Back with another PGA Tour 2K25 tips video. And today, if you see the title, we got 5 tips to make you a better putter in PGA Tour 2K25. These are pretty basic tips. I might do a more advanced tips video. This is kind of more of a beginner's guide for putting. There's a little bit of nuance to it which might help you if there's like 2 of the tips that are more advanced, 3 that are pretty basic. So if you're like someone who plays the game a lot, someone in the TGC community, you probably already know some of these things. So, first tip that I have is know the green speed. So if you see in the bottom left corner, by where your club selection is, like now in the bottom right, it says green 99 feet, where this says 94 yards. That is going to be your green speed, which is very important because 99 feet is very short. I mean, very slow. So it goes up to 188, and a baseline for like fast is like 155, 154-ish. Very fast is in the 180s. And, as it goes lower, they get slower, which obviously is going to impact your putts on how they break. And also where you should line up your aim markers. So say you have a downhill putt, you're going to put your aim marker to a different spot for a 188 green speed compared to a 101 green speed. So knowing your green speed is very important, and that will, if you don't look at your green speed, that will honestly make you a way better putter if you understand the differences in the greens. Such as faster greens are more slippery, so you're going to probably have to play a lot more break. And especially on like slow greens, the initial like foot lies barely play when you have to, because you got to hit it so much harder to get the ball to the hole, where like those couple first beads, as you get like shorter and shorter, the first couple and then 3, those like lines don't play as much as say if you're playing on very fast. So now tip number 2, adjust your aim marker accordingly. So especially in this game, the transition is pretty easy to hit and it's very forgiving. So adjusting your aim marker is very important for hitting your power in this game, and you always want to make sure you're adjusting it. So like this is down 3 feet. So say if it gives me here, if we're on fast greens, I don't want to actually hit it there. So adjusting your aim marker is going to be very important, especially on like downhillers or uphillers. Especially in this game, a lot of times the selected distance isn't the selected like suggested distance on your putts is usually a little bit off. So I usually put my aim marker like a click or 2 or 3 past and hit the power, just because of how it plays. And so I think that's something. So like here, I would definitely put it there a little bit. If I go and putt it, it's going to go a little bit past, but it's not terrible. This one, same thing. I give it a little bit more juice. Bang. And, you start making more putts when you give it a little bit more pace, because they die off so fast, especially because if you don't hit perfects, it takes off a little bit of distance. Like if you had an open club face, it takes off a little bit of distance on your putts. So if you're not adjusting and you're playing just to the hole, one, you're going to have to play more break, which obviously makes it harder to make. And also, if you miss hit it at all, it's probably not going to get to the hole. So if you're like hitting perfect rhythms and you're not adjusting the aim marker and you're like, why is my ball not getting to the hole? That is probably a reason why. So that's another tip that will help make your putting better. Number 3, hit short putts with pace. So like a putt like this, I wouldn't play it at the hole because it just brings in more break and a little bit more variance of what might happen. And if you miss hit it at all, it's going to be off. So like here, I honestly adjust it a lot and just hammer it to the back, just like I do in real life. If I'm, say, okay, if this is the pin, So I have like a putt here. So what is this going to be? 10 feet? So like I would adjust this like this and then hammer it through that initial break, especially on like the big breakers. So like this one, especially if I was a little bit shorter. See if maybe I can get, if I get to like here, I'm not going to play all the break. I'm probably going to expand the marker and then hit it like that. So then you're taking out so much break, especially when you get confident enough in yourself to be able to make 5-footers. Hitting it with like 5 feet past in this game is really nice. And definitely beneficial to hit your short putts with pace. Don't try to play all the break. Try to take break out of it. It's something I've done since 2K21. And in the last 2 games, I was definitely one of the better putters in TGC, especially on the Platinum Tour. This game right now, I'm not really struggling, but it's definitely not at the end it was. But we're starting to figure it out now that I've implemented some of these tips more and kind of adjusted to the break. Because the break plays a little bit differently right now. So that's also a thing, is just like hit your short putts, hit like 8 feet and in, try to take out as much break as you can. Obviously, don't just hammer them. So if you miss them, they're 20 feet by. But definitely take out some of that break, adjust the aim marker, which ties into number 2. Just push it back, and you'll see a lot more short putts, especially with those little like breakers, like orange slopes. Don't play all the break. Now, rhythm is key. So if you played the 2K23 or 2K21 series and you're not really understanding, well, why is my putt going so far? Well, rhythm is very important in this game when it comes to putting. So I'm going to purposely miss this. So it should go probably about here if I hit this like normal. So we'll go to the perfect, and then I'm just going to hammer it. So, like, that's an underswing by probably a good amount. I don't have vibration on right now, so that's an overswing. So, like, plus 3% power there, it makes it go a lot farther. So your rhythm's definitely key. So if you're struggling with putt rhythm, especially if it's added power, what I would suggest doing is bring that marker back faster. Like for me, I had to adjust to it for the first couple days of the demo, just because I used to be a very slow backswing putter to make sure I got the vibration right every time, where now I bring it back pretty quick, so then I can just kind of flick up, and it's almost perfect rhythm, or at least close enough every time that it's not a big difference, where a lot of people will take it back slow and then flick up, and then they get those plus powers. And then also, you want to make sure you do flick up, though, even if you come back fast. Otherwise, you're going to get minus powers, which are also very bad. So, don't be afraid to take practice swings either. On longer putts, take a practice swing, when you're coming to here, just to get your rhythm right, to be honest. Because it's not, like, easy. Like, when you're bringing it back that far, it's really easy to mess up your rhythm. So, on, like, those longer putts, take a practice swing or two, hit R3 or whatever it's called on Xbox, and make sure you get your rhythm down, because it plays a very important role in this game for putting. So you can't just not play for it, to be honest. You need to know that your rhythm's very important in this game. If you're not hitting rhythm, it's gonna affect your putting very badly. You're not gonna be as good of a putter. So focusing on your rhythm is very important. Now, look at the flag icon to confirm breaks. So this is where it's kind of a more advanced thing that I've learned. I'm trying to find a good spot to put this. So what this means is, so if you see here, there is the flag at the bottom, right? Usually it's a lot higher, which makes it easier to see. Maybe I'll go into like an actual round and show you guys a little bit more. But if you see the flag icon, if you say you took where the flag is and you went straight up with a vertical line, going straight up so that they're on the same path. And then you see the flag icon with the pointer. So that little gray thing with the tiny flag, and then there's a pointer down where you want to see, you can tell the break based on, so like here, obviously it's a left to right putt. You see the beads are moving a lot. You can confirm those little breakers because there's been a lot of little ghost breaks, little wiggles that a lot of people are missing. And this has helped me tremendously on those like 8-foot putts. Sometimes you get weird breaks or sometimes you get a bad putt, but this has helped me make a lot more putts inside of like 10 feet, which I was really struggling with the first couple days of the game. And so that flag icon, you see it on the left side of that pin. If I drew a straight line up and I split it into left and right from that line, this is on the left side, which means it's going to break left to right. If it's on the right, it's going to break right to left. So when the beads are barely moving, and you're like, I don't know, man, this looks kind of weird, that will show you where it's breaking near the hole. So near the hole, it's definitely left to right. You still got to look at the beads here, but you can also, if you press the scout cam, so the triangle or wide button, this will happen. And you can bring around your camera like this, and then look at your foot lie. If the foot lie's weird to you, you don't trust the beads. See, if I go down like this, it's easier to see with when I can I? No, I can't pull the pen. You can tell that the ball is below my feet a little bit, which will also say it's going to break off of my feet. So that's a good way, those 2 tips on confirming breaks when beads aren't moving that much. Obviously, with like a putt like this, you're like, yeah, that's definitely breaking that much. You know, I'm not going to even do that. But on putts that barely break, especially within like a 10 foot, like within a 10 footer, like those medium putts in the stats, looking at that flag icon and then pressing the scout camera to turn around your player to look at your foot lie is honestly insanely important in this game. Like, it has helped me so much. So just to review, we'll go first, know your green speed. Very important. The lower it is, the 99 feet that it's on right now is very slow. It goes up to 188, which is very fast. And play accordingly. Faster will break more usually, and the slower will break less, except for when it dies out, obviously. But for the most part, the faster green speeds will break a lot more. Next, adjust your aim marker. So make sure that you're probably going to want to add a little bit to account for mishits. Give yourself a little bit of leeway for a mishit so you can still get the ball to the hole. And also, you don't want to a lot of those uphillers, even when I hit them perfects, quad perfects, they don't get there. So a lot of those big uphillers, add a little bit of weight, putt weight, and they should be able to reach the pin if you're getting those short of the hole. Number 3, this ties into number 2, hit short putts with pace. So take out some of that break on those 8-footers and in, and you'll see a lot more putts in that range go in when you try to stop playing all of the break. You put that aim marker farther back. Since transition's so easy to hit in this game, hit the transition correct, hit the right power, and you'll see a lot more putts go in when you don't have to play as much break on those shorter putts. Rhythm is key. So this is also very important since it's a new addition in this game. I see a lot of people struggling with it putting-wise. My tip would be if you're way too fast, so you're adding a lot of power, try to bring it back faster. And then if you're really slow down the backswing has helped a lot of people that I've talked to, where just bringing the putter back at different speeds has helped them, and those are kind of conversely related. So I would definitely go to the putting practice, come in here, and try, if you're struggling with rhythm, and try those couple little tips there and see if it improves your rhythm, which it's so important in this game to get the pace right. And 5, look at the flag icon to confirm your breaks. Also, I added in to hit the scout cam button and then turn it around so you can see the foot lie. So again, that aim marker that you see above my guy, just under the wind meter, it is pointing on the right side. Well, you'd probably want to look at it from this way. So it's on the left side, which means at the hole. So not the entire hole, not the entire putt has to break that way, but just in those couple beads around the hole. So this is why it's so important with like shorter putts. I've started making a lot more when the beads look a little dodgy, because they do lie. As much as I wish they didn't, it'd be nice if I didn't have to use this. But you see that A marker, the flag icon just below the wind meter is on the left side if I drew a straight line from the top of the pin up, which means around the hole it's going to break left to right, and it'd be from right to left if it was on the right, which will help you confirm a lot of your breaks on those short putts, that the beads don't break a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Those are going to be my 5 tips to make you a better putter. If you guys want a little more of an advanced version, I can do my best to explain breaks. I'm more of a field player, so I thought just these basic tips might help you guys just a little bit, because they are important things, but a lot of advanced players probably already know. But I know for a lot of people probably coming onto YouTube, you're probably more of a casual player, or you're struggling so badly with putting, these might not be things you're doing right now. If you guys do want a more advanced version, I can try my best to make one. As like I've said, I'm more of a field putter. I don't have a bead system for counting or anything like that, but I think those little tips will help you out a lot. And if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 500. We're actually creeping up. We've been getting so much love from you guys. I appreciate it so much. And tomorrow we should have another video out on the ranked tours, so stay tuned for that. If you want to see how I can compete against some of the other top players in the world and use this putting to the test. But until next time, I'll be seeing you.